Good.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us again. Looks like we do have basically Bernard to get you up to speed. We've kind of hit the end here where we're getting questions from the students. Um, if you can chime in when you can, great. We understand if you cut in and out, we'll kind of let you know, I guess. But it looks like Aurora has a question, so let me get you unmuted here.
Hi, so two
Go ahead.
questions actually, really quick. It says on the packing list that we need a flashlight and a headlamp. Is it really essential to have a flashlight if you have a headlamp that's quality and you're bringing backup batteries?
Aurora, a head torch should be fine, yes.
Okay, thank you. And then the other quick question I had was obviously binoculars come in a range of styles and visual depth versus quality. Is there a suggested sort of number X number that's sort of the ideal for what we need it for?
Yeah, I would suggest you get a pair if you're going to purchase some. 10 by 42s are probably the best for the kind of birding or kind of sightings that we're gonna do around here. So yeah, look for 10 by 42, maybe 8 by 42s.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Good questions. Good questions. Okay. All right. Who else? I know we got some more questions out there. It looks like. Looks like, and if your microphone is not working, I just got a message in the chat window from Abby. Go ahead and if you want to type your message to the entire group, or you can just type it to the little box that says Organization for Tropical Studies. That question will come to me, and I can ask it in front of the group. So that's another option as well if your microphone is not working, or maybe you're in a place where there's a lot of noise. So looks like Molly does have a question. All right, Molly, let me get you unmuted here. Let me find you. There you are. Okay, Molly, you're on.
I was just wondering, obviously the money situation, everything is based on what you need and what you want, but it's said over and over again, it might be a while till we find a place with a bank or get to a place with a bank, and everything's not exactly in order in terms of where we're going. So I was just wondering how much cash you would advise arriving with, or an estimate at all in terms of what we would need for just arriving in our first leg until we would have a bank.
Bernard, you can chime in as well anytime you want. I think
I'm trying to chime in all the time. Hello.
Chef.
Can you hear me?
I think
yes,
yes, can hear you.
1,000 rand.
1,000 rand? Okay, that's a good.
Look, hi everyone. Sorry, I'm sitting with difficult internet. I don't know how much of this message is coming through. But basically, we'll as we move on to the next leg, we'll prep you on when you need cash and when not. So we'll say to you, okay, here's a bank, go draw cash, and then allow you for the next step. Usually, when I travel, and this is a personal thing, I have a couple of dollars with me. Which is easy for you guys because you trade in dollars. We can exchange that at the airport. It's quite straightforward, and most students just rock up and they draw cash at the ATM, and then they draw about $1,000. And when I say bucks, I mean rand, 1,000 rand. So it's super straightforward. Bring a bit of cash with you. That's always useful in dollars. Yeah, we can change it at the airport. No worries.
But not huge amounts of dollars, right?
No, I mean like max $100.
Great. Does that answer your question, Molly?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, great.
Okay. So can everyone hear me now, finally?
Yeah.
Good grief. Okay.
So it looks like Abigail does have a question. She related to me. She asked, do we need a power converter? And if so, what kind?
Yes, you mean from your like to plug in a laptop? Yeah, you do. So we can get that at the airport as well. We carry around a box with a bunch of them, so we can sort most students out. One, I'm particularly worry about now. We'll get a cup of coffee, we'll introduce ourselves, and then we'll sort that stuff out. We can pick up a SIM card if you need it. We can pick up a power adapter if you need it. We can draw some cash if you need to. It's all very straightforward.
Yeah, hopefully most of you got that.
Over.
Basically, the gist of it was, you kind of broke up a little bit there, Bernard. Basically, we have a bunch of converters, stuff for your laptops, things like that. You can also, get something like that at the airport as well when you arrive. But that's not something, doesn't sound like you need to worry too much about. It looks like Mariah also has a question that she sent to me via chat. She's asking, if we're coming one day early and staying a night at one of the recommended hotels from the orientation packet to get over some jet lag, should we go back to the arrivals at the airport the next morning to be picked up? Is the question.
Yes, please. I think that's definitely the easiest thing to do. The shuttle that we use to ferry you away from the airport once we have found a group of you, leaves from the airport. So it's much easier if we're all in one place. And you will be able to find the arrivals terminal pretty easily if you're staying nearby. And then just with extra clarity with regards to the power adapter question, we use the UK plug. So you have square plugs and we have round pins in our plug. So when you're looking at the adapter, you want one that goes from your 3 square pins to 3 round pins, just to avoid any confusion if you're going to buy one. But they're usually clearly labeled when you buy them.
Great.
Cool. Hope that answers your question.
Cool. And sorry, just to clarify with the drop-off, if you're just looking to get over jet lag, it might be the most convenient just to go to the place where we're all meeting. So that's the Emerald Backpackers. And you can just book a night earlier there, and then you sort of avoid the commute, right? You can just sleep in.
Do communicate with us and let us know if that's your plan.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, Brooks, I don't know, this might have been discussed before, but it's extremely, extremely important that you let us know when you arrive, and don't give us your departure times in the US because they're meaningless. We need the arrival times in South Africa. So that flight number and when you expect to be on the ground, and which day that would be. So if your plans are, like now suggested, to go a night before or a night after, then just let us know, and then we know what the game is or where we find you.
Absolutely, yeah. We did talk about that earlier, but thank you for driving that home. We need, according to Lisa, we're still missing a few, so that's very important that if you haven't sent that, that you do send that over to us, so that if there is a change in your itinerary or a change in your flight or a cancellation, then we can be aware of that, and we know when you're going to be arriving.
Yep.
Excellent. Let's see. Anyone else with questions here? These are all great questions. Important. Remember, these are questions maybe that other people haven't thought of yet, but do find helpful as well. Looks like Abby has another question, and she is asking, do we need to bring our own sheets and blankets? So I don't know, Lisa.
No. Hi. No, that's not necessary. The places where we're staying have provide all the basic clothing.
Yeah, so no need to bring any of that stuff with you. Everything else will be provided. Okay, looks like Aurora has another question. Let me get you unmuted here. Aurora, go ahead.
Can you please clarify what you meant? Because I fall into the category of people who arrive a day early. Are you saying we could stay at the Emerald Hostel Hotel, whatever the exact name is, instead of going, so I don't have to go back to the airport because everyone's going to end up there anyways?
Yeah. So if you're arriving a day earlier, we all going to end up at the Emerald Backpackers anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or the hostel. So for your convenience, you might just book a night there and head directly there, right?
Okay. Yeah, that would make. Okay,
Does that
thank
make
you.
sense?
Yeah, I just wanted that
Because
clarification
then you
before I
can,
did that.
yeah, then you can have a pizza and then we meet you there in the morning.
Thank you.
Great.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Good questions. All right. Yeah, I think Lisa. Yeah, I think if we want to go ahead and share that that information, I can send out an email tomorrow with the information for the Emerald Backpackers, and that way, if you are arriving a day early, you can go ahead stay with them, and then again, do let us know what your plans are for that, so that we're not looking for you at the airport the following day. Okay. Questions? Any more questions out there? Okay. All right. Well, before we kind of sign off, Lisa or Bernard, is there anything else that you want to share with the students before we sign off? I know obviously the 22nd is when we get started, but anything else?
I guess the Facebook group is there. If you want to get in touch with everyone, go ahead and use it. It's quite a fun platform to build some excitement and momentum towards the beginning of the course. I think we've covered most of the important bits of information, and think it's time to just start getting excited about the course. It's going to be great.
Excellent.
Yeah, I really just want to reiterate what Lisa is saying. I think I've done a lot of traveling, and I know what it's like to rock up in a new place. It's always difficult. You will ensure that you have a very soft landing, and there'll be friendly staff on the other end to meet you, and we'll sort out all these kind of things very soon. Because practically one of the first things is the reminder, and we try and reiterate this, but please pack as light as you can. Your bags ideally need to be under 20 kilograms, and we advise a single big canvas pack to pack all your belongings in, and then you have like a day pack. Or your big pack is a backpack. Because if you have a big suitcase that weighs 40 kilograms, for one, you'll have to pay extra when you do the internal flights in the country. And for two, it'll be extremely cumbersome to travel around with. So just give that some thought. And not being able to get it, just remember to pack that. I think also just as a reminder that South Africa has all the modcons you can imagine. So if you forget a laptop cable, if you forget medicine, if you need contact lenses, if you need to reapply for a visa, if you need internet access, all these kind of things we can sort out, right? It's all accessible, and we're happy to assist you to be able to do that. Yeah, and that's about it. We get a lot of questions about prescribed books. There aren't any prescribed books in the course. We can supply you with all the materials, and most of them are online freely, and we've emailed you about those specific things. But if you are a keen birder or a keen botanist, or you really like insects, you might just want to have a copy for your own personal use, but it's not compulsory. And yeah, that's it for my side, and I hope to meet you all soon.
Great. Okay. Thanks, Bernard. Thank you, Lisa, for doing this. We realize it's almost it's getting close to midnight in South Africa, so we'll let you go to bed. And thanks all the students for joining us. I do want to let everyone know a few people couldn't attend tonight, so we will be recording this, or we are recording this. So, and I will try to get this out tomorrow and share it with everyone. So if there was an answer to a question that you didn't quite hear, you didn't catch, We will share that with you tomorrow, and then we will share the contact information for the Emerald Backpackers location as well if you are arriving a day early. All right. So thanks again for joining us, and see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.